Jack, front right here. Overall thoughts on the performance? How would you grade your featherweight debut here?
7 out of 10. Bit of a, bit of a sloppy first round. He caught me with a shoot, and I think it felt like 2 or 3 of my toes snap. So I was kind of trying to work them back in whilst from bottom guard. But I know I was keeping him working. He's prone to getting tired, and I knew as long as I, just kept the tight defence, I could come out and turn it round in a second. And I felt like, I switched it on. I had a bit of a bollocking off my corner team in between rounds, and switched it on and put the pressure on and come out with a really good second round.
So why just a 7 out of 10 given you submitted a man that has 12 career submissions in there in your featherweight in a weight class that you hadn't fought yet before?
Because of the first round, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, quite harsh on myself sometimes, but there's always room for improvement. And they don't usually give me that much of a telling off in between rounds, but it was quite stern. So I thought I've definitely lost that first round. Better switch it on a little bit.
A lot of people online and on the broadcast thought Makwan seemed to gas out pretty quickly, which I guess looking at his past few fights, that tends to happen sometimes. Were you expecting that, and did he feel gassed after round 1?
Yeah, he felt tired on top of me in the first. To be honest, I could feel him just, he's just so tense. Obviously he's got that anaconda choke, and he's going to go for that. He's going to go all in on that. I could feel him going for it even from full guard. And I'm like, I'm a first degree black belt. You're not just going to cinch that up from full guard. So I knew coming out in a second, he'd just be a little bit slower. I knew if I could land some big shots, he was just going to get even more tired and more tired. And then the head kicks started to land, the body kicks, the jabs. And once I put him on his back, I knew that there was a good chance I could put him away then.
I remember when Dustin Poirier went up from featherweight to lightweight, he said it took him a while to feel like a lightweight rather than just a featherweight that stopped cutting weight. So when you were in there, did you feel like a featherweight, or did you just kind of feel like a blown-up bantamweight still in there?
No, I felt like a featherweight. I felt solid. I didn't feel, when we locked up, I didn't feel outstrength. I didn't feel outsized. I committed to this fully in August of last year, so I've still got a lot of time yet to really grow into the weight class. But I don't want to come full circle and end up doing it featherweight while I was doing it bantamweight and cutting a shitload of weight and depleting myself. I want to have that middle ground where I can cut a little bit of weight so that I'm not undersized, but I still want to keep it sensible, so I got that speed and that endurance, because I do feel like I've got some of the best cardio in the UFC. I'm way away from 5-round fights yet, but I feel like a 5-round fight I'm even better suited to than a 3-round fight. So I'll keep getting better, I'll keep getting a little bit bigger, and I'll keep getting stronger, and hopefully advance from that.
And obviously a bit of an emotional message at the end when you revealed what was going on in your family. So how much of that was on your mind, and does this just make this fight that much more special?
Yeah, I don't want to say my head hasn't been in it, because it has, because my coaches and my missus and my family have made sure it is. But it's been a tough camp, with my old man going through. He's such a strong, out there character. We're used to him not missing a session in the gym and on our case constantly. So for him to be, have to be absent at times because of the treatment he's had. He literally finished chemo 2 weeks ago. He had a week of rest and his fight week. And I didn't really want to, at the beginning when I got offered the fight, I didn't want to take it because of the time scale, but he's like, no, we'll be, he's the only man I know to keep training and put on weight during chemotherapy. So that just shows how much of a tough fucker he is. So he's got radio next week, and we'll get through that. Not just as a family, but as a team as well. The team support him. They're his extended family, so it'd be nice to support him through that without having to worry about a fight now for the next couple of weeks.
And last one for me, unrelated to this fight, but obviously working the MMA fight in the dart dramas, how much has that followed you this fight week?
It's been, I haven't really been on, so I don't ever really go on social media too much fight week, but it's been brilliant. I'm an innocent man, and I'm going to put Ariel to bed on Monday, let me tell him.
So you're going to go to New York sometime?
If you want to put me on a flight first class to New York, and we'll do it in person. But none of this free dart. If I beat him on Monday, or when I beat him on Monday, we're going to play a proper game of darts, 501. We're not playing none of this free score bullshit. We're going to play a proper game, 501, finish on the double.
Jack, just over here, mate. I think after the first round, your dad was saying to you, we've been setting up that head kick throughout the whole camp, and you haven't thrown it once. And then in the second round, it seemed like you threw it about 10 times. How important was the corner talk from your dad?
It was spot on. Like I just said, they're not usually that animated in the corner, but they made it very clear, look, you're not following the game plan, you're not listening, you're not getting going. And it woke me up, to be honest. I don't think I come out lethargic. I was just kind of waiting on him a little bit too much. And, I knew I dropped that first round, and I just thought to myself, right, let's not drop a second round now and have to chase it in the third. Let's get out there and stick it on him early. And I heard my Thai coach team say, as the corner was going to the cage, he said he's counting you off the jab, fake it, and just throw the head kick. And I think I'd done that within like the first minute, and it landed and stung him. And it just kept finding its home. The body found its home, and that's why I believe they're one of the best teams in the world and one of the best corner teams in the world. We might come from a small area of the world, but they're right up there with the best.
When I came to Wales a few years ago, we had a little joke because I told you that half of your wins actually came through rear naked choke. So obviously you got another one today. How good does it feel to get your average back up now?
Yeah, I'm back to, no more decisions. I'm back to get back in the finish column. I think someone just told me, I think that's my 9th submission win, maybe something like that, and I think it's like my 8th rear naked choke. So yeah, it's a bit of a speciality of mine, and it's something I'm pulling off in the gym all the time, and that's where I felt like the minute I passed the guard, it just felt like another night in the gym, to the mount, through shots, take the back and choke them out.
It's funny you say that, because I was just saying, like, as soon as you get into mount, you're always looking for the rear naked choke. And then just a final one from me. I don't know if you were joking about this or if you were just doing this as a sponsor, but are you actually expecting a child, and how much are you looking forward to?
No, I am actually expecting a child. My missus is giving birth to my son in July. So yeah, I can't wait for that. Can't wait to go home and see her, and hopefully the next few months go fast. I can't wait for my world to be turned upside down.
Congratulations on the victory, and also congratulations on that.
Thank you, Abs.
Jack, just over here, with everything that you've got going on at the moment, when do you think you're going to be able to return?
I want to make sure my old man's all right. I want to get him through the rest of his treatment. Obviously, like I just said, I got my son coming in July, so maybe we can get one in before, if it's a European card perhaps. I don't really want to be on the other side of the world with an heavily pregnant missus. So they announced Abu Dhabi in October. I think if I don't get to fight till after the baby comes, that would be a great card to get on. But let's not write one off before just yet. Let's see if I can smooth the missus over and maybe get one in before.
And obviously now you've got your first fight at featherweight out of the way. Do you see anyone in the division that you'd like to get matched up against?
There's some really good names in the division. Before I got off of Makwan, I thought they might offer me JSP, Jonathan Pierce, who beat Makwan before me. I see he's fighting Bryce Mitchell now, so obviously that one's out the window for the foreseeable. But featherweight is a lot like bantamweight. I'm kind of out of one Shark Tank and into another, like I said, on media day. So there's plenty of big names there. There's plenty of good guys there, and I'm sure they'll be willing to take me on just as I'll be willing to take them on.
And you said in the media day that, now that you're not undefeated, that's kind of, that was always a little bit of a drain for you, and there's kind of a bit of a weight off your shoulder. Do you feel like now that has given you any, given experience in terms of going through that and now coming out the other side of that? Yeah,
I'm a lifelong martial artist. I've been in martial arts since I was 5 years of age, so it's all about lessons. You take the rough with the smooth. There'll be times when you win, there'll be times when you lose, but it's important that whatever happens, you just take the good, take the bad, address what went wrong, and become a better fighter and a better martial artist from it. And the loss obviously done a lot of that for me. Just as this win will do a lot of that for me. To me, it's more than winning and losing and fighting in the UFC. It's a way of life, and I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I'll be doing it till I'm an old man. So I don't take it for granted, but I also don't look into it too much more than what it is. It's a way of life. I'll win some along the way, I'll lose some along the way, but I'll make sure that I always grow and become better from it.
Thank you.
Jack, over here. Congratulations on your win. You're 6-1 in the UFC now. I appreciate they were in the bantamweight division, but even though now you're in the featherweight division, do you still think, well, I'm still 6-1 in the UFC, I want someone in the top 10 sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm at a bit of a crossroads where I think I would love to jump in there and fight the guys in the rankings, but at the same time I do understand that, like I said, just like bantamweight, it is a Shark Tank, and there's plenty of guys ranked ahead of me that probably wouldn't be too happy if I got fast tracked in front of them. So I'm prepared to go through them to get to that ranking spot. We'll sit down on Monday and chat with my manager and get him to chat with the UFC, see what they think is the best next step. But know, I've never been shy of a challenge, never been shy of taking on anyone. I've never turned down a fight in my life, not like some fighters who say they want to fight and then don't actually end up fighting. So I'll jump in with whoever they offer, and I'll be ready to go, you know, provided my son don't throw a little spanner in the work in between.
So let's say you've got no injuries. Are you okay now? You feel healthy?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I got a couple of little niggles coming into the fight, but nothing major, you know, nothing that a couple of weeks rest won't sort out.
So if, say you get a cool 3 weeks' time, short notice fight, would that be something you possibly be able to do?
I don't know about that.
Buy lots of baby clothes for that money.
Yeah, no, like, it's been a long camp. Like I said, I want to make sure my old man is sorted. He's got 3 weeks of radiotherapy now, starting Wednesday. So I want to get him through that. I want to be focused on supporting him and my mother and my sister, and you know, we'll address it after that and see what's what.
Yeah, well, big shout out to your dad, mate, because and he also runs a promotion academy in Wales and everything like
yes,
that.
And you can't slow that man down, let me tell you. Not even cancer can stop him. Let me tell you, he's cut from a different cloth. He, you know, he's harsh on us boys in the gym anyway. He expects a lot from us, but for us to kind of watch him go through what he's been going through and still be coaching from the balcony in the gym and still be barking orders and still being on top of everyone, it just goes to show, you know, there's no such thing and there's no real leeway for excuses in this game. If he can turn up every single day and give us his time going through what he's going through, then that fighter's got no excuse.
And so we all know your father's a tough man as well, and you know, I hope everything's okay, and it obviously runs in the family, mate. So good luck to yourself.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And good luck to him.